guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. It's Samantha here. I hope you guys are all doing really well, and I hope you guys are excited for today's episode. In today's episode, we are going to be hanging out with Edward and Theo finally, and I am so excited to share their story with you guys. If you haven't already, please consider hitting subscribe and joining our family here, and let's go ahead and check in on these two cutie pies. Okay. So as you can see, we've got Edward and we've got Theo chilling out here together on the bench. I've actually gone ahead and I've given both of them a little bit of a sprucening up. And the reason why I've done that is because these boys are making a big decision in their lives today. So you guys might remember from when they were kids, Edward and Theo used to play in this all the time. They used to put on puppet shows. They loved it so much. And that's basically their childhood, was just telling stories, acting, and enjoying putting on a show. So Edward and Theo are actually going to be moving out today, and they are going to be moving to Oasis Springs. So the reason why they're moving to Oasis Springs is because they want to become actors. They have always had a passion for acting. Their sister's a writer. Their family's all a pretty creative family, and they have been getting really tired of, being at home. They are ready to break out. And Edward actually has heard of a group of young artists and directors who are starting a new initiative in Oasis Springs to try to bring modern technology to the film industry, and it's something that really excites him and something that he wants to be a part of. So these two are really looking forward to moving out and starting their new journey. So I think that all we have to do, you guys, is get the photos from when they were kids and put it in their inventory. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put the paintings from Mom inventory, and I think that should be good. Okay. And it's kind of Mom's thing that before the kids leave, she really likes to send them off with a gift of a painting. She saw someone else's painting and was like, yikes. Here, do a playful painting. So Alice is going to quickly make a painting for these two. It actually is so perfect for them because, do you guys remember I'm singing in the rain? You guys remember the song and dance that Fred Astaire does in the rain with his umbrella? This is like so perfect of a painting that captures like the boys wanting to perform and sing and dance and create films and create entertainment for people. And Alice goes ahead and paints that painting. Like, I swear, these Sims know what I'm planning ahead of time. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'll put that in Edward's. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and we are actually going to manage world, and we're going to move out Harry and Edward into their new home. Alrighty, you guys, so Theo and Edward have arrived at their new house in Oasis Springs. Now, the reason why I've chosen Oasis Springs is because Oasis Springs really looks like LA from the 1920s. It was still in the process of developing, and there was a real mix of desert and hills, as well as like modern builds such as Spanish inspired as well as Art Deco inspired homes. So I have been able to kind of recreate and bring that vibe into this world. So I'm actually so excited to share that with you guys. I'm in the process of picking a bunch of amazing builds, so I'm really excited for you guys to see that. A lot of the houses back in the 1920s in LA were inspired by Spanish colonial architecture, and that really shows in a lot of the different styles in the homes. So I've chosen this house from the gallery for Edward and Theo to live in, and I feel like it really captures the early Hollywood days. And they're young aspiring actors. Now, the reason why they've decided to move to LA is because if you guys have ever heard of the organization, or the company now I should say, called United Artists. So the United Artists was actually a group of actors and directors who came together in 1919. And this organization was founded by Charlie Chaplin, D.W. Griffith, Mary Pickford, and Douglas Fairbanks. Now, they all came together, this group of people, because they felt very silenced and controlled by their parent companies in the way that they created, and founded the United Artists in order to be able to have more control over their pay, over the way they could film, the length of their films, and the production costs. And they wanted to be able to basically have more of a voice. Now, because of this grouping, it actually lent a lot of support to younger creators coming into the business. So I actually didn't know that Charlie Chaplin was actually so involved not only in creating his own films, but also being an innovator and a supporter of the arts and acting at that time. So it's actually such a cool history. So if you guys are looking to learn a little bit about early Hollywood, that's I would just Google United Artists, because it was actually something very interesting that I learned. Now, I'm taking inspiration from Charlie Chaplin's story, and I envision that Edward and Theo have heard of a group of young creators, young directors and artists who have moved to LA to kind of make a new start for themselves. So they want to get in at the ground floor. They want to be a part of new technology and new ways to bring entertainment and stories to people in their homes. So the first thing I guess we will go ahead and do is I'm just going to pull up on the gallery who built this house so you guys can see. So this is called the Small Spanish Home, and it was created by Adrija _4. So if you guys are interested in downloading this build, that is where it is. I had to make a few changes in order to make it more appropriate for the 1920s, of course. So when you come in, there's just a bookshelf, and there's the staircase going upstairs and a big living room. And I actually closed this part off. In the original build, it didn't have that, but open concept is more of a modern thing. Back then, there was more closed off, but I made sure to use like the cool brick arch. So over here, they just have like a little study, and they have a typewriter, and that's where I feel like they'll write their scripts and practice their lines. And then over here, they have a radio where they can listen to current shows and news together. There is a little back patio with a lot of palm trees. Very cute eating space for them. And then when you come up the stairs, there's 2 bedrooms. So out there is a patio that looks out, and there's a little painting thing there. And then in here we have, oh, I guess Edward has chosen this bedroom. So here's Edward's room, and then there's a bathroom for him. Again, I upgraded, or downgraded, I should say, the plumbing. So then you come back out, that is Edward's room, and then across the hallway, you will have Theo's room. There isn't room for a double bed in here. We'll have to maybe change the layout. So there is their house, you guys. So the first thing I want to do is, since Theo seems to be feeling so good about himself right now, oh, he's combating a cold. I'm going to get him to go ahead and find a job, and he is going to try to get in with an agency. The spotlight calls, the cameras are focused, and you're ready for your close-up. It is up to you to breathe energy into the words of the script and really make the characters come alive. Okay, so let's go ahead and select an agency for him to work at. Okay, so we're actually going to go with AI Staffing Agency. So welcome to the Authentic Individuals Staffing Resource Pool. Our advanced algorithms are already matching your talent level, physical features, SAT scores, and expected lifespan to available auditions. Please fill out and return the NDA, TOS, EULA, DMV, and Power of Attorney forms immediately for our records. Whew, that was a mouthful. Okay, and we're gonna get Edward to go ahead and do the same thing as well. Perfect. So I have both of them joined. I am actually going to go ahead and jump into Create a Sim quickly. That way you guys can see their new makeovers. Okay, so Edward actually decided to get a haircut because he wanted to be more castable, and back then clean shaven and shorter hair was more desirable. So he changed up his look a little bit, and he also went and bought a few new outfits for himself. He does have very curly hair, so I stuck with this short curly hairstyle for Edward. And I just tried to give him some looks that made him look like he was trying to, like I said, be more castable. And here is cute little Theo. He is so handsome. I feel like Theo is more of the pretty boy, maybe cares a little bit more about his looks. So I made sure to just give him a few more different looks for, you know, while he's out in the spotlight. Now, Edward Dempsey, he wants to be a master actor. He's not so excited about the celebrity side of things. He is more interested in the art form and in creating, and he loves writing and music. So that's more where he is. So he's actually creative. He loves music, but he's also clumsy. So like I said, he's not really great at presenting himself to the public. He more just cares about the art form. Whereas Theo, he is wanting to be a world famous celebrity. He is gregarious. He loves music. He is a dance machine, but he's also a neat freak. He doesn't like things to be messy. So he's going to be more of the type that's really excited to become famous, hire a butler and have people driving him around and just being really pampered and everything being perfectly pressed and looking great. So those are our two handsome men. All right, so they're both feeling good. So let's take a peek here at Theo, and let's check for open auditions for Theo. Okay, so he can do Salty Suds commercials. So there's just one commercial available. The gig would be Thursday. The audition's Wednesday at 9 a.m. So that gives us time to get his charisma level 2. So we'll go ahead and try to do his audition. And I've heard that there are some bugs with this, so we'll try our best. And Edward's looking now as well. And he also is applying for the Salty Suds commercial. So they're competing with each other right now. I'm not sure who will get it. I feel like Edward would be taking this a lot more seriously and getting to work right away. So I'm going to have him go ahead and practice his speech in the mirror, because that is how he will get his charisma level up. Whereas Theo, I think his way of getting there would be to go out to the hot spots and get seen. So he's actually going to go ahead and travel to one of the clubs in town, and he's going to start meeting people, and he's going to get his charisma that way, because he wants to be a charmer on people, not just on screen. Okay, so we've just arrived here. Before we play, I just want to show you guys amazingly right quick. So these two builds side by side have actually been created by SberryGames. Now, if you don't know Rayleigh, she is actually a fellow YouTuber as well as an amazing builder. Now, a few months back, I actually was watching, she has a Build With Me series, and she made three that I know of, 3 Art Deco style builds. So this one is hers, this one is hers, and there's also this one here, which is supposed to be like an old fire hall that's been converted. Now, this one's a residential, but it just kind of fit in with the vibe of the street, so I've kept it. So there's those two, as well as this one. So we're going to be seeing these a lot in the series. So if you guys are interested in seeing these builds, there are speed builds on her channel. I will link down below all of her socials. That way you guys can check her out. She is super awesome. And then over here, we also have another amazing Art Deco build. So I'm just going to show you quickly on the gallery the profiles of these amazing creators. So for the Drake Hall Art Deco dorm, this was created by Cherry Fabulous. So this was originally made for a dorm, but it actually has a movie theater. It has everything in it, and it is so opulent. It is so over the top gorgeous. I just love it. So you guys have to check that out on the gallery, and we will be seeing that a lot in the future. Now, today we are at the Ocean Spray Hotel. Again, this is created by SberryGames. So, like I said, Theo is more of the type to want to try to, you know, get charisma. Oh, look, they're watching movies, but it's like the old style. So he's actually going to come over and introduce himself to many people, and I'm actually so excited for him to meet this guy. I did not give him this outfit, but this is actually one of the Sims that I kind of put together quickly, Thomas Rhett. Now, Thomas Rhett is actually going to be the Charlie Chaplin, so to speak, of our story. He is going to be one of the founders of the group that these two are going to get together. So I'm actually so excited. So I'm going to have Theo go ahead and get to know Thomas. And I'm going to get him just to introduce himself to everybody. Now, if you guys would like to see some of your Sims in this series, if you want, you can go ahead and upload them to For the Love of Sims Townies. That's the one that I used primarily for my Decades Challenge. So if you want to go make some movie stars, some big names in the 1920s, please go ahead and add them and upload them to the gallery, and I will make sure to populate the world with all of your amazing Sims. Oh, this is good. There's a starlight here. Maybe he can ask for an autograph. So how's it going with him trying to meet her? There's a photographer there. Oh, he is totally not classy at all, freaking out. He asked for an autograph. I think she said no. He's like, one day that'll be me. Oh, look. Thomas Rhett is playing the piano. Okay, so who's this? These might be paparazzi. So I am going to get him to go ahead and introduce himself to these people because I want him to be able to know who to call when he wants a photo of himself taken. So he's actually done lots of socializing. He got his charisma up a lot, maybe not as much as I would have liked to see, but that's okay. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to send him home. Alrighty, so we're back home. Edward is working really hard on writing a script as we come home, but I am going to go ahead and send these two to sleep. Did Edward get any further in his charisma? Oh, he's actually lower, so maybe doing it with real people instead of, you know, practicing in the mirror is more effective. I guess we'll just have to see who becomes more successful and who gets the gig. AG staffing automated message. Authentic individuals really cares about you. Automated message. So just like Emma, she has texted and said that she would like to come over to check in on these two. She is the older sister, you know, she's the oldest out of the bunch. It makes sense. She's a little bit nosy, but you know, with wanting to be a journalist and things like that, she has to be the type of person that is super curious about what is going on in other people's lives. That's just the type of person Emma is, you know, but she's decided to write, so that's okay. So I'll get him to make a family size of eggs and toast. You know, they obviously want to be healthy. I don't think he has much of a cooking skill. Yeah, he doesn't even have the cooking skill. So, but he does have violin, writing, singing, gardening, dancing, comedy. He has charisma. He actually has all the skills. I just realized that would make for a good actor. What about Theo? Comedy, dancing, singing. He's got quite a bit of them too. That's quite interesting. I didn't even know they had that. Maybe from doing the puppet show. Okay, so I'm going to get them to work on the requirements for their audition, which is going to be tomorrow morning. So I will catch back up with you guys in the morning. Okay, so Theo is the first one up. I'm going to have him, again, brush his hands, wash his hands, brush his hands, brush his teeth and wash his hands, have a shower, and I actually might get him to psych himself up as well. That way he is feeling super excited. I'm going to get this little dude to come, and he's going to go use the bathroom and do the same thing. I want them to both be equally prepared for the audition. I don't want one or the other to have the upper hand. Oh, go to audition. Go to audition. They're both going. Audition passed. So Edward passed. Congratulations, Edward. You've acquired the role of pirate spokesman. The placement algorithm successfully predicted that you were naturally adept at passing as an unkempt, violent human. An unkempt, Violent human with a barely functional grasp of language. I mean, I guess that's a good thing. Audition pass. So they both got the job. So maybe they're gonna be like a pirate brother duo. So salty gig is tomorrow at 12. They need to develop their acting skill and their charisma. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry, you don't have time to dance. So I'm pretty sure they have to look in a mirror and practice acting. Okay, so I'm gonna get Edward to start that. As soon as Theo is done eating his applesauce, I'm gonna get him to start his acting skill as well. Oh, I hope they do good, you guys. Okay, so Edward is practicing his acting and his lines. Is he enjoying himself from doing it? Okay, as soon as Theo's done, he needs to come up and practice. He's like, oh, what was that line? I feel like Edward is harder on himself. He takes things a little bit more seriously. A clean, presentable appearance will make you more successful. Okay, so recent reports indicate you could use this tip more. So we'll make sure they're freshly clean for the morning. See, yeah, like Theo's like, oh, I guess I have to do this. Okay. He looks way more stressed about it. Yes, he's like, what's the line? What's the line? Okay, so Edward is done. Or Theo's done. I think I'm gonna get him to come down here and try to cook some dinner for these two because Edward's really stressed. I don't want Franks and beans because I do not want them farting at their auditions tomorrow. So he's come over to chat with Theo. He wants to complain about the cloudy weather. How about you try to do something funny with him? There you go. Do an inside joke. Ooh, they can invite over the director and their co-stars. I feel like Edward would want to do that because he would want to try to make a big impression. So I'm gonna get him to invite over director and co-stars. So this is one of his co-stars. So I'm gonna have him come over and friendly introduction. Go ahead and do a friendly introduction. Okay, so they've got Jessie here. I'll have to give her a makeover if she's going to be another starlet in the community. I think her name is perfect. A lot of celebrities back then and actors and actresses would actually choose their names. They wouldn't, you know, necessarily use their original name. So Jessie Swan sounds definitely like a name that would be chosen. You made my day so much better. Thanks for making me smile. Wow, he gained a sentiment from her. Interesting. Edward is a music lover. These Sims need music in their lives often and are happiest when playing music or discussing it with others. Okay. I think I'm going to send him to bed right away. And I think after Edward's done going bathroom, we will ask our coworker to leave. I should really get going now. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you later. Like she's got the like I'm so famous walk, but she seems really nice. Okay, so it's the next morning. You guys know the drill. Take a shower, don't stink, wash your hands, brush your teeth, you know, all of that jazz. Ooh, we can join! Oh, I can only do one or the other. Let's do Edward. I'm so excited! That sounded so bad. Let's do Edward. Edward is off to work. Theo is off to work. Okay, so we're Edward right now. So where's Theo? He's at work. Okay. So let's pause this. So complete the performance. Get into hair and makeup. Okay, so obviously the Works Real Studio is in Del Sol Valley. Okay, so we need to get into hair and makeup, which is right here, I believe. Get hair and makeup for gig. Is this guy going right now? He is. Okay, so I guess we can do practice acting for now. So he's practice acting. This is where he'll get his wardrobe. This is where he gets his hair and makeup, and he has to tell a story. Okay, so he's done the practice acting. He wants to get into hair and makeup, so we'll go ahead and do that next. Okay, so he's getting his hair and makeup done. Oh, wow. He does not look like a pirate. And he's telling her, I don't think that was right. She's like, okay, I'll fix it. Oh, now that's better. Oh, he looks good with some eyeliner and a mustache. Now she's gonna change his hair, which will probably be very clay-like. Okay, so we're happy about that. Next, we need to go over and get into our costume for the gig. So right now he's getting sized and colors for his outfit. Oh, look at us being a cool pirate. Okay, so we need to, all right, get notes from director. So I think the director is over here in the director's seat. Oh, so Swan, Miss Swan, what's her name again? Jessie is not actually our co-actor. She's the director. Okay, so we need to get notes. These girls, there we go. They're drooling over him. Back off. Okay, okay, so let's go ahead and go more and tell director that you are ready to perform. I'm so excited. Okay, so we are ready to perform. So I think, yeah, you have to click on the X's. Oh no, the highlights. Okay, so let's, ooh, should we do a risky turn wheel or a safe one? I feel like Edward would do the safe one. I want him to do the risky one, but I just don't think it's in his personality. He would be more, just go by the book, you know what I mean? Okay, so he's doing the safe one. He's getting ready. Oh, he's so good. Did it go well? Perform the mop scene. Oh yeah, because he's also doing the commercial. So go ahead and do the safe mop. It's a cleaning commercial. Oh, you gotta start somewhere, right? They seem happy. And perform the show product. Let's do risky. Let's switch it up. Yay, he reached level 2. Oh, we got a gold for our first day at work. She's like, that's a wrap. So maybe come over and brighten her day quick. Look, all the real stars are over here waiting. They're like, can we get this commercial scene done with already? It's kind of cool. You can practice acting and get your singing and your music skills up here. Oh my god, that's a wrap. Edward has finished all his scenes. The crew is shutting down and the footage is being sent to editing. He earned $500 and he earned 2 stars of fame points. Okay, so we'll go home. Oh, I'm so happy for him. I wonder how Theo did today. Okay, so let's go ahead and read this. So, promoted to commercial spokesperson. Edward has been promoted to commercial spokesperson. New auditions have become available. Okay, and let's go ahead and have him work hard, Theo, while he's at work. Theo is still at work until a little while. Edward, Plum Bob Pictures sent notice. They expressed the emotion of excitement over your performance in the commercial. We will update the prediction models to reflect this surprising outcome. They're like, ooh, we weren't expecting him to do good. Now he's gonna go read a book. Theo brought home $170 today. He's embarrassed at work. Sometimes a person can't help but make a fool of themselves in front of their coworkers. Aw, so he probably did everything really risky instead of like just what they wanted. I mean, it's a commercial. How much risk does one take? But he brought home 170, so he didn't do as good. Aw, well, next time we'll go with him and that'll help him, and we'll send Edward on his own. Aw, little babies. I love these two. Alrighty, you guys. So I think that we are going to leave this part here for today. We were able to get them in their careers. We saw them with their first jobs, and they did pretty good. And they were able to meet some of their co-workers, the fellow actors, as well as the director. And yes, I'm just really super excited for you guys to see this world that I am going to bring to you. Like I said earlier, if you guys want to add actors and actresses for the world, I would love that. Thank you so much for everyone who has made Sims for me in the past. I always love seeing them in the game. So if you're interested in that, again, use the hashtag ForTheLuvOfSims Townies, and we will see them in the next episode. So thank you so much as always for watching, you guys, and until next time, I am going to say bye for now.